Hello and welcome to episode 319 of the Daily Sales Message Sales Podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff. In today's episode, as I just breeze straight into it, if you're new around here, if your first episode, I'm not going to tell you who I am. You've got to look me up. Sorry about that. But let's get straight into the value and what we're going to talk about today. And it's quite simply this. Do not reply to your own message, or at least think twice before you do it. Don't reply to your own message. And what I mean here, this is particularly relevant if you imagine a DM, a direct message conversation. So if you can visualize, we've got the conversation kind of window here. A person talks, another person talks. It's almost like a little ladder of conversation there. If I've messaged you and said, hey, blah, 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 I want to buy my stuff, are you interested? And then you haven't responded. And then I go, hey, blah, 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 want to buy my stuff. I've essentially replied to my own message, if that makes sense, because there's no other messages in that chain, just mine. So I've replied to my own message, and in doing so, it kind of implies either you're not interested at all, or right now, you haven't read the message, whatever. But replying to your own message breaks one of the sacred rules for me in sales and selling, which is don't chase them, replace them. If you're replying to your own message and you're chasing up people that haven't even responded to you, and you're trying to create a conversation and a connection out of nothing, then not only can it be really soul destroying, but it also isn't a very successful, constructive use of your time. And you know this is true because you will have had people message you. We use LinkedIn direct messaging, LinkedIn DMs as the example here. You'll have had people messaging you repeatedly. You've ignored them. One of them for me went on for 12 messages, and eventually I said, yes, I've got all your previous messages. Please stop messaging me. This is just getting embarrassing now. Go away. But replying to your own message, so just thinking of new things to say, there's no interaction from your customer at all, your potential buyer. That's the problem, because behavior is a form of communication. Excuse me. Behavior is a form of communication. If I'm not responding, more often than not, it's me telling you I'm not interested. So you replying to your own message isn't going to make that any better. So the moral of the story today is, first of all, don't reply to your own message. Be wary of responding to things where you've had nothing back, because behavior is a form of communication. They're probably trying to tell you something. And then secondly, the mantra of all mantras, don't chase them, replace them. Rather than spending this afternoon following up people that you've already spoken to and you haven't had anything back, put that effort into speaking to new people, finding new opportunities, because when you speak with more people, there's less pressure, and pressure repels buyers. Right, that's it for this slightly telling off edition of the Daily Sales Message Sales Podcast. Join us tomorrow in episode 320, when I'm going to be telling you not to do something and to do something else, because essentially I'm just bossing people around at this point, 300 plus episodes in. But tune in tomorrow for that. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. I'll catch you in tomorrow's episode.